now, Laughter Talks with Marguerite and Antonia.
Now, you know what happens when I put my glasses on?
What happens?
We're going to introduce somebody.
That's right.
We have a very special guest today, and she was a guest a long time ago, but let me tell you, Rita Casman is an entrepreneur.
Nice.
She has a master in international relations, diplomacy, and public image. I love that.
Wow.
She came to Hollywood and trained at the New York Film Academy, and that's what she was doing when she first was on the show. And she achieved her master in fine arts in acting for film as a filmmaker. And her mission, I love her statement. Her mission is to be heard for other people by telling their stories,
Oh, that's
like to give other
fantastic.
people a voice,
Right,
which is
sure.
amazing. Now, Rita's here today because she has completed her short film, Shadow Wall. You know, before I go on anymore, let's introduce Ms. Rita Casman.
See you. Thank you very much for having me. Yes. Hi.
How are you? Ooh. You keep saying that. We have to get a step stool.
Yeah.
No, it's actually really comfy. I love it. Yeah.
Well, you know, Rita, I thank you so much for letting me see your film. I mean, it's amazing, and I don't
you.
want to say anything about it. I want, because I know it's going into film festivals, and you have to be very careful about showing it. But you talk about it and let us know what inspired it and what it's about.
Sure. Well, Shadow Wall is actually based on my true story. It was a little hard to make, I'm going to say, challenging, because I used to think that true stories were said like exactly how they happen, but it's not like that, because life isn't a movie. We get moments from it and make it a movie, you know? What inspired me to do it is because of my mission, right? My statement as an actor and as a filmmaker is to be a voice for others and tell their stories. So I really think that we have to start by telling our own stories that speak for others.
Right.
And it's basically a psychological horror thriller, and it's about borderline personality disorder. So that means that I have borderline personality disorder. It's actually the first time I'm saying it.
Okay.
I'm really happy, to say it, because people have a lot of stigma with mental health.
Sure.
And people think certain things that are not as fully correct. I think that everybody has this. There's a fine line of being good or bad, but it's just that mental health patients like me, we have that fine line a little bit finer per se. So yeah, I have to look for help. I go to my doctor. It's even in the things that I eat.
Of
You
course,
know?
that's very important.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, so I take care of the things that I eat, my sleep, take my medications whenever I need them. I don't have something that I take every day, so it's just as needed. But I take a lot of care of myself. Like, I don't, drink or party anymore. I used to do that before, but I changed when I moved here because, everything goes to my career. So I really changed my whole life. I'm married too, so I wanted to, start a family. I don't have kids yet, but I have my husband.
That's a kid. I've had two of them. They're like little children.
My family, So that's why I did it. So basically, it's about this girl that she's oppressed, and she thinks that she can do things by herself, and the truth is that nobody does anything alone, you know what I mean? Like, nobody. We always do it, we always have something, that drives us, or, that makes us do things. So this girl, she thinks that if she goes to a psychiatrist, that's going to be enough. So she starts to have substance abuse. And when she has substance abuse, something happens to her that's called sleep paralysis, which actually I've had that happen to me. and it is horrible. So, but it's because of stress, and it's also because of substance abuse. I mean, and not only pills, it could be alcohol, anything really.
It refined sugar.
Right.
Yes, like our bodies are very different, and I had a problem with sugar, so yeah, definitely sugar also gave me that issue. But the thing is that she gets psychotic, and she starts seeing things, and basically it's a bad force, and it's a demon, that she sees, but it's all created in her head. But I've always had this hypothesis that what happens in your mind is also because your spirit has something that's going on, like there's a trouble that has to get out,
Yes.
And then at the end, basically her mom has been calling her and trying her to, look for some inspiration, and that's actually the person that I was named after. Her name's Saint Rita of Casman. She's an Italian woman that was from the 1300s, and her name actually comes from Marguerite.
Wow.
And she's Rita. She went through depression too. She went through a lot of things, and she overcame that, with spiritual help. In my case, I've used a lot of series of methods, but in order to not confuse the audience, I just used my principal one. And I'm a very spiritual person, and I used her as an inspiration. She helped me very much, and my ancestors come from there, so I feel like
You feel the connection, of course. I understand that now you have it in festivals, and you said it's been placed. Tell us what's going on there in the festival.
Oh yes, it has 2 official selections, the American Horrors.
Wow.
And I'm so happy I was there.
And what's the other one?
Then it's in LA Cinefest. It's a semi-finalist, and it's also selected in the Metro Film.
Oh, and thank you so much for being on the show. I mean, we really appreciate this. And
I appreciate it.
And you know what? And thank you, because you're actually very courageous to do this,
Right,
because you're
exactly.
helping a lot
Yes.
of other people.
Yes.
When you put a face to something, because
Yeah. No,
but
it's the
that's
first time.
very part of the healing.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It's
So-
part of the healing.
So thank you for what you're
Yes,
doing. We appreciate
yes.
you, and you must come back again and
Yes.
keep us
No,
up to
I-
date with how it goes at the film festival.
I will definitely, and on the side I'm also doing public relations, and
Oh,
I'm on this
wow.
magazine. It's called Heart of Hollywood.
Oh.
Okay.
And I'm on the magazine.
Good.
Oh,
This is the first
wow.
edition, yeah, and then
Uh-huh.
the second edition,
That's
I have an article
amazing.
there, yeah. It's
Oh,
the one
that's
that I sent to-
fantastic.
You know what?
Yeah.
You'll come back for a follow-up, and
Right.
you'll bring that with you and tell us how
Yes.
your film did.
For sure.
And we appreciate that. So Rita, thank
Yeah,
you
thank
so
you.
much.
Yes.
And we love you. And keep coming back.
Yes.